Hello everyone, my name is Kurumakuzu, or however you feel like saying it. I'm back finally after a little break and stuff. I finally unlocked the Cyberpunk car. You can get this car by, what I forgot, Night City EXE is a race. Sorry about the radio, I'm trying to turn that off while I'm driving, and it's pretty difficult, but this is one of the cars from Cyberpunk. I watched a little bit of it. It's really good in S1 in terms of grip. It takes a little while to get up to pace with the other cars, but in the corners you just have unlimited grip. It does struggle in braking and high speed turns, but low speed turns and stuff like that are pretty easy. Now as we come down, we're in 6 out of 12 as we run outside. Can we get the overtake done? Yes, we can. This car is free to get, whether you have the DLC or whatever. I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah, it is. Because all you have to do, you have to come down, well, up to the city at the top of the map, do a race as we run into the gate there. But you do one race, nightcity.exe, and you pretty much get the car. It's automatically, well, when you get it, it's all-wheel drive. You can't really, well, you can change whether you want it to be all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. You can't engine swap, but you can pretty much do everything else, like tire upgrades and stuff. You can put drift suspension, rally suspension, that kind of stuff. You can pretty much do what you want. It's not really a good drift car because, as you can, well, you can see from the back wheels, it's like, I think they're 315s or more, but it's a pretty good car in the corners. Don't mind me, I'm just bad at driving, but in the brakes it does feel heavy, like very heavy. Like you'll see I have to turn on the little red lines and stuff, but even when I brake at the red lines, it's still not that good. And that's the first race done. We got 4th out of 12. Now we're just going to be running a few races here today. I really didn't commentate that well over that first one, but we're here at the next race. And as you can see, we're now in the daytime near the castle down by the bottom of the map. Now here, I wasn't really excited to bring the car here since, as I said, it takes a while for the top speed and stuff. And the gear ratios do feel quite weird as we come down and pass everyone on the outside, but then tires were a little too thick there. But overall, the car, yeah, it's very hard to slow down, but once you enter the corner after that little braking session, you can pretty much just let it sit planted. As you see here, we take that entire section flat, and we gain a little bit of time on the GTR in front of us. But here, it's like, I tried to get on the brakes and it was like, no. Now, another thing with this car is coming out of the corners, there's a little bit of the struggle. The gear ratios coming out of corners feel weird, but going into it, and then like right here where they're on the straight, it feels pretty fine. For the tune, I've tuned it myself. I just changed the gear ratios, the tire pressure, and maybe lowered it a bit. Other than that, it's pretty much how it came when you brought it. And it's very good once you get the hang of it. You just have to get used to the fact, well, you have to learn where it's going to slide and when it's not. And at this point, I still haven't learned you have to brake early since I hit the back of that GTR, but in sections like this, I try to take a little bit of the grass and the GTR backs out of it. It's a very good car, that I'm going to say that, but it has its weaknesses like every other car. So you get into that braking section, that was pretty good, but it does not like these tight, low speed, then high speed, then low speed turns, because the grip just kind of pops in and out sometimes. But that could also just be the all-wheel drive this car. You can rear-wheel drive swap it and probably get a little bit more power out of it if you were trying to make it an S1 car. And I think you can, because the wheels are very thick. But it's a very good car, just have to learn how to use it. And the livery I got for this is just one quick one I grabbed. It looks pretty cool, as we really do struggle on these turns where there's lots of braking. But here, look how much we're gaining time. We're just holding it. And we've basically got the slipstream and everything back. And there's also another quadro I think that's the name of the car. I'm just going off of what I see on the back of it. As we actually get this section pretty decent, but in coming out of the last corner, kind of the momentum is not there. As we're coming down trying to draft off the other Cyberpunk car, I think we may be able to get the move done. He makes a little mistake, and we almost made it, get it done. English is bad today, I'm sorry. But we came 6th. Now on to our last little race here. I decided to do 3 races instead of 2. We're here with the GTR, and everyone just decides to take it slow for some reason. My opinion on this car is it's really good. Like, if you know how to tune it, you can tune it to be a very good car. As you see, it just holds grip so well in corners like this. But the corners where you kind of like switch back to back, like, you'll see what I mean. That section there, we took it okay. But sections where, like, say you have 2 hairpins back to back in different directions, it will struggle once it enters that second phase of the hairpin. As like right here, you can see I almost lost it and sent it into a wall. And now we're behind a green Ferrari, I believe that is. And you really have to, well, rev matching is kind of hard in this car, because you'll feel like, how do I put this? You'll enter corner in 3rd, you leave it in 3rd, it's about halfway through the gear and it just kind of stops, and then you just end up in a situation where you're on the gas and you have to downshift. And you do feel that a lot until you get used to the car and learn when and how to handle it. As we barely make the checkpoint there and get blocked by the green Ferrari, we try to go up on the outside, and we just don't have the grip. No car has that grip. I don't know what I was planning to do there. But again, this car is very good if you know when to brake. Like right here, took that corner perfectly and rev matched it to 2nd gear. Now here, we take it perfectly again. As we give the Ferrari a little tap, we accidentally shift down to 2nd. Yeah, here, this is bad. You really have to learn how to position this car, or otherwise it's not really going to do anything. As we give the wall a little tap there. Can we pass this green Ferrari on the final lap? We've been sitting in 6th place in exactly the middle of the pack. And as we come down, trail braking to this corner. I'm not that good at trail braking, if I'm honest. I thought maybe I could just cut it. As you come down, finally you decide to brake properly, and see, when you position the car, it does exactly what you want. And the grip is just there. It says turn, it's just turning. You don't worry about spinning out unless... Don't really worry about spinning out and stuff in this car at all, now that I think about it. Like, even when I'm not racing and just try to go around, I have to use the reverse gear, but that may just be the thick tires and the all-wheel drive combined. But overall, this is an amazing car. And we got 5th out of 12, so I'd just like to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want more. And until then, I'll see you next time.
Shawty said she liked the way I default dance. Saw my scar and said she wanted it in my pants. Bought a ton of V-Bucks with my advance. Shawty said she liked the way I default dance. Wait, Shawty said she liked the way I default dance. Saw my scar and said she wanted it in my pants. Bought a ton of V-Bucks with my advance. Shawty said she liked the way